Hi there, welcome to another video. This one's going to be different from most of my others because they usually run videos, but this is just sort of, I'm going to have the Penelo go off in the background. Obviously the video is going to be about Penelo and her global first announcement. I'll be surprised if she lives or anything through everything in the background. Effectively, what do I feel about Penelo? The global first is certainly a very strong global first, but it's also not going to be as overwhelming as Garnet BT was. Like, it will not be anywhere near as warping as that one was. Nowhere near as warping as RNA was for Chaos. It will be a good one. It will be a decent one to go after if you really want it. Feel free to go after it. Don't let anyone stop you if you want to go after it. But personally, for myself, because of my roster and because of how I play both Global and JP, I've cleared all the content that's coming up apart from the Global First content without Penelo already. So she's massively not needed for obvious reasons because JP just didn't have her. So yeah. So that's that for Penelo. She does have some really good usefulness, particularly when it comes to Ares BT fight. It requires you to have an FR that's either non-damaging or Zax upon its release. Like, it's literally Aerith, Minwu, Penelo now, and Zac. Those are the only FRs that can cancel the FR time of that fight. And you want to cancel the FR of that fight, especially on release. Now, of the lot listed, Zac is probably the best FR, followed by Penelo. However, you can use Aerith in as an echo, and that one will also cancel it as an echo. So for initiating FR phase, Zac or Penelo are the best ones. For when you're already in FR phase, you can Aerith and Zac are the best ones. Like, you have basically you have more options for that fight, which is nice. However, by the time it comes to Aerith month, like when she gets her BT, she is immediately followed by Kina, who is a very good support and nice damage as well, who can also make you cap everything, regardless of whatever restrictions, so long as you got at least one Embrave. Like, if you're not broken, basically you can cap your damage with Kina. Then you have quickly followed by Paine after Kina. Like, immediately after Kina, there is Paine's IW with her BT and FR. And Paine's FR is a better generic FR with higher percent than Penelo. And Paine has a lot of stuff with Penelo. Apart from, Paine can't Gorge Charge, but Paine can also do other things on top. Like, Paine can Asuna, but she can also Dispel in the same attack. Paine has a better generic FR, and she has Echo. Paine has off-turn damage, but slightly less on-turn damage. Paine can also HP silence bosses to basically stun lock them. But she can also give a load of free turns. Like, Paine is loaded with a lot of stuff. And Paine is about 3 months after Penelo. Well, slightly over 3 months after Penelo. That is roughly, by the time from Aerith to Paine is the rough time Penelo's FR will start to drop off. Like, you do not want to really be using Penelo's FR to initiate the phase, because you just have better FRs at that point. And that's roughly in 3 months' time. And I said I would be attacking one of them. Sorry, I'm just more distracted in my thoughts than in playing, which is fine. in all honesty. But yeah, that's the thing with Penelo. Her BT effect is very decent. She has a lovely amount of HP cap up. Oh look, Penelo dead. Probably not the best fight for her. But her BT effect is really nice. It helps get her through Brave Gain reductions, the new Brave refund reductions that are present in a lot of Shinryus. She does, however, get completely curb stomped by Ramur Spiritus, which is later in the month with Ash. Like if you, it's like Ramur Spiritus from 70% is Brave Gain null. Everything Penelo does needs the Brave Gains, so she literally becomes weak source for Ramur Spiritus. Now, Brave Gain null isn't super common, like it's really not that common, but when it happens, that is a major weakness of Penelo. Another major weakness of Penelo is buff slots. You will have to manage the buff slots, especially with her constantly reapplying them. Like, she will constantly be reapplying with a BT effect up, because her Fatal Dance reapplies the buffs. So you have to make sure that you got all your essential buffs on your characters that you want, that's like needed for their kits, up before Penelo starts putting up buffs. Because the moment she does, you got to deal with buff management. Like, it doesn't affect too many characters, but it will affect a couple. Like Lan and Rain, they need like multiple. I think it's 4. They have 4 Rain buffs for themselves alone. It's like they can't have all of Penelo's buffs on them. So yeah, that stuff like that you do have to be aware with Penelo. It's not much of a downside, but it is there. Okay, we'll go into scroll. Other things with Penelo. Yes, she can Gorse Charge. She's perfectly fine for Gorse Charging. And she's she's got much better damage than Hope, who will be able to. She will freely be able to replace Hope as in the Anna Crow new combo. Like, she can replace Hope like really easily in that comp. Because you'll actually even have, I think you have more Brave Gains up, and the extra HP cap up will also be like massively nice for Enacro. So yeah, Enacro nuke comp is like laughing at with it with Penelo. You probably still need Luna in that comp, but it is what it is. I am kind of rambling now, but yeah, basically Penelo's a good global first, but she's not going to be dominating, and she will eventually be replaced. Like, every unit will eventually be replaced. But I'm giving you the rough time frame of it's about 3 months after her release is when people would probably be looking at other options, especially after Paine. Like, Paine's like massively good. Get paid for the love of God, get paid. What else do I want to say? I could give you my personal view on Penelo. Like, I'm not going for Penelo's BT or FR. Like, well, I say that, but I'm not going after Penelo's BT FR unless something major happens in the JP side, where Final Fantasy 14 finally gets something. But I doubt they're getting anything this month in JP, because there's only 2 spots left for them, and I highly doubt they're going to be in either of those slots. So yeah, there's that. And if 14 does, then I'll be pulling from Penelo, because I said I would. But if they don't, then no Penelo pulling for me. I won't be going after her. I personally don't like Penelo as a character. Like, in base 12, she was a damsel in distress to an irrelevant side piece halfway through the game. maybe not even halfway through the game. And then it came into Revenant Wings, where she created drama with Vaughn, and just decided not to talk to him. Like, if she just talked to Vaughn at any point, she could have avoided an entire chapter's worth of fucking conflict. Like, Vaughn was getting jealous because of another man, and like, if Penelo just walked up to Vaughn and just told him exactly how things were going, Vaughn would have gone, oh, okay. Like, the whole chapter conflict was stupid, and it's just like, oh, Penelo, you could have solved everything. Yeah, that's me and Penelo. It's like, I kind of laugh at the fact that this whole thing is to do with that she got a tactics thing, and that's tactics being acknowledged. I go, fuck that, no. That's not an acceptable thing if you're a tactics fan, that characters from other games that are not from tactics are getting costumes from tactics and claiming, yeah, we're listening to tactics getting something. Like, no, that's not acceptable. The tactics are still at 001. I know people meme it, the same with 14, that they mean that the characters who appear in those games are getting stuff, are technically the games get stuff. No, they're not. Let's just stop. Yeah, I am ranting. Oh well. I'll call it the Penelo rant. I'm not good at these, but I just want to give my rough opinion because I do play both versions. People might want to hear insight on both versions. And it's just, yeah, from a JP player's perspective, she's a side grade for what she's really, really good until 3 months after, and then she's kind of at that point, because you have better options. Like, you can still use her, but she's just there. And she's technically making your team a bit weaker, but you can deal with it, sort of thing at that point. And then when she eventually comes to JP, I'm just gonna be like, I have Aerith. Why do I care? Like, Aerith, unless the debuffs are mandatory to get on and I need them sooner, I hadn't, and then have Paine for that. Like, it's one of those. It's just like, Penelo's very likely to get way more damage. Like, she's probably gonna get 11 to 13 HP dumps on that HP plus when she comes to JP. Like, she will get a lot more damage on her skills. Like, a lot more damage. But I'm not thrilled for her at all. Like, even like looking at her kit from JP's perspective, or what, like, oh, that's gonna come in like 3 to 6 months. Just like, okay, cool, don't care. Like, it doesn't excite me. It's not like Core, like a character, a completely brand new character like that. It's not like Garnet BT, which was really, really good even by JP standards. So it was a good BT. Like, it's sort of just there as a BT. I will say that I honestly, if you've seen the tallies that are around places or anything, 12 did not need this love. 12 really did not need this love. They get plenty of BTs and FRs going forward. They get continuously showered. They get new characters as well. They did not need to have a global first BTFR, but they did. You deal with it. That's basically what we do going forward. I do sorry about all of this rant. You could probably, if you tuned out long before this, I don't blame you. But anyway, that's basically all my thoughts on Penelo Global First. Thank you all for watching if you're still here, and I'll see you around in my actual run videos.